and end it. To do that, I need a complete picture.
Maybe this is all a brain dance, a simulation?
Time to knock the rust off!
Maybe the two of you really are from another universe.
Run. I'll erase you at the finish line. Deleting your ass.
Come on! Eat less, loser!
I can feel it. That nightmare-tastic Discord is looking for us.
Lucy!
I'm sorry.
Now that's how you do a collab. Wuthering Waves has done something that's not just surprised Wuthering Waves fans like myself, but non-Woo players who some have scoffed and thought Wuthering Waves is just another generic gacha game with no real story and lackluster character designs. Well, thankfully this collab has shown that those non-believers that Wuthering Waves, and by extension Kuro Games, are a game and company that care about not just the IP they're working alongside, but also show that they know what they are doing with their own IP, to give fans on both sides something similar to smile and remember. And so, I thought I'd talk about this, why this works, and why Kuro is showing other companies that when you do a collab, you can go above and beyond and show not just that you get the source material, you can expand upon it and please both audiences. So, let's get right into this. On April 19th, 2025, at the end of the 2.3 livestream, just when we thought it was about to end, the hosts, Solon and Q, were having a little conversation as they were talking about some surprises for the first anniversary, talking about dev videos for us to watch and in-game events, and of course like new merch to buy. So at this point, we just think that this is the last few minor bits they're announcing just before the end of the stream. But then, just when we think that's it, Q then asks Solon one more question, and it regards IP collabs. And at this point, our ears perk up, our eyes widen, and our imaginations run wild as we all start to speculate right there and then, wondering what sort of collab Kuro Games could get to work with Wuthering Waves. I mean, after all, Honkai Star Rail had already announced their collab with Fate Stay Night and from the previous year, and was only a few months away from being released, so what could Wuthering Waves possibly have that could excite fellow Woo players and maybe bring in more people to the game? Now, this is where I would show my reaction to what was about to be shown. However, I wasn't streaming at that point. So, here's a reaction from one of my friends and fellow Woo player, Cyberpunk.
I need them so bad. One question?
在，你快问问。你说，除了品牌联动活动之外，明朝有考虑跟其他 IP 做联动吗？
collab
这个嘛，哎，确实有点遗憾。我们现阶段确实没有任何消息可以跟大家分享。我也明白大家其实有一些期待。如果有合适的机会
They have nothing to share. No.
哪来的音乐啊？你听到了吗？ 有音乐吗
Where?
我没听到啊。
Where?
先别说话，我们仔细听听。哎，确实有啊，而且不知道为什么，这旋律听起来有点熟悉啊。哎，谁把灯关了呀？灯怎么关了
Cyberpunk! Oh my god, guys!
入侵一样的效果有什么东西啊？
ain't no way!
哎，有没有人来管一下？导演。
No, I'm literally gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Edgerunners.
希望大家喜欢我们的小小惊喜。那么在这里，我非常高兴的跟大家宣布，明朝即将联动《赛博朋克：边缘行者》，在2026年，我们将与夜之城的角色再度见面。 敬请期待。
Guys, what if we get David and Lucy?
那么以上就是我要为漂泊者
Oh
们
my
介绍的
god.
全部情报内
What
容
if we
了。
get Lucy and David? I'm gonna
终于到
cry.
尾声了，咱们应该
Kuro, how did you do this? How did you get one of the biggest animes of 2022 and be able to make a collab with your game without anyone finding out about it? I must say, when this was announced, I did feel like it was big. So much so that I even heard non-Woowa players talking about it online and even wondering who could be in it and where it could take place in the universe, and for a while afterwards we didn't really hear anything about this collab, actually until this year when we got a special live stream dedicated to the whole collab itself, and oh boy, did they show a lot. Everything looked amazing, the character models, the movesets, the specials themselves. Adam, I want to hit you with a truck for what you did to my precious Rebecca, Smasher. This all looked amazing, and while we were only a few weeks away from this going live, they were very confident with this, as we saw a trailer for this collab at the Summer Games Fest, and it was really fun watching people's reactions to seeing this, and talking about maybe seeing David again. And so, on the 8th of June 2026, we got the update. I played it day one. It was amazing. I could not believe this was a collab that we got for free. They had put so much dedication and effort into the story and the characters. Before the update even came out, there was a sit-down actually with Solon and two guests from CD Projekt Red, one of whom actually wrote Cyberpunk Edgerunners. They had a long discussion about the collab and the respect Kuro Games had for the franchise, and how they wanted to do this IP justice. And hearing how CD Projekt Red had actually heard about Kuro Games before they were contacted by them, they were very excited to do the collab with them because of their renowned storytelling which they have heard about from previous people. It made me very happy to hear that, and throughout the sit-down between them, you can clearly see that both sides are showing respect towards one another. And CD Projekt Red was all about storytelling and wanting to branch out into different areas, and they were excited to work with Kuro Games when it came to bringing Cyberpunk Edgerunners into the gaming sphere. I highly recommend actually watching it. It's such a pleasure to see two companies who genuinely care about working together to bring out the best product possible, and maybe seeing more work between them in the future. So, now that this collab has been out for a little bit, I do want to talk about the story. So we will be talking about spoilers, so if you have yet to play this update or are interested at all, please pause this and go and play it, and then come back, as I have plenty to say about this. So, this will be a very loose synopsis of the story, but this takes place after what happened at the end of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, where David is dead, and Lucy has gone to the moon and still lamenting what has happened, and how she feels guilty for what actually went down. And because of this, she suffers from severe insomnia, to the point that later, we actually see her contacting Jackie's girlfriend, Misty, who, by the way, is from the Cyberpunk game, and has actually not been seen in the anime, so that was an interesting thing to see. But she contacts her about having something to help her with being able to fall asleep. Because of this, she falls into a dream state and helps cross over into the world of Wuthering Waves and straight into Lahar Roy. This is how I imagine other crossovers will be done in the future and how they will justify them appearing in the world, as there actually is some lore tied to this in the way of a Frenodian called the White Tower. So expect more dream sequences like this to happen for future collab partnerships. But now that Lucy's crossed into the Somme Noir, her dream is creating the world around her, and everything we see related to Edgerunners is because of Lucy's memories. When she traverses the Somme Noir, we actually see Star Torch Academy, and there are after effects from Lucy now crossing over. And there is now a gate that has appeared in the Academy, and you, the rover, have been requested by Mornay to investigate what is going on. Once inside, you actually find Lucy and Rebecca, who is in a fight with Adam Smasher. They don't know it's him just yet, as he is like covered in some distortion. Later on, when that's gone, they soon realise it's him. No matter what they're actually doing though, they can't seem to damage him, so they retreat. We soon find later out in the story that Rebecca and David are just constructs of Lucy's memories, and they actually share frequencies close to that of nightmare tacit discords. Adam Smasher is similar, but he is made from Lucy's fear, and since they are in the world of Wuthering Waves, then Lucy must abide by the rules of this world, how this is all possible. They repeatedly tried to defeat Adam Smasher, but they just can't take him down for real. And this is where we find out about everything is tied to Lucy's psyche. So, as long as Lucy fears Adam Smasher and sees him as some unstoppable monster, then he's unable to be taken for good. Thankfully, we do have a method of resolving this in the way of the Dream Band, which in this place comes in the form of David. So the quest is to find the other pieces of the Dream Band, and this helps us to go straight into Night City at some point, and even the moon. And at the end of it, when all the pieces of the Dream Band are formed, Lucy is reunited with David, and now she's mentally stronger and no longer fears Adam Smasher. And alongside the Rover and Rebecca, Adam is defeated, and yeah, the threat is gone. But when all is said and done, Lucy's able to finally forgive herself and rid herself of the survivor's guilt she had before. And because of this, she's able to say goodbye to David and Rebecca, and then she traverses back to her own world and wakes up from her dream. She loses all memories of what's happened and has no recollection of anything that's happened before. However, while she may not remember what happened, she is clearly feeling better about what went on, and the weight she had on her shoulders is now gone, and is ready to live her life, as there is some part of her that knows that everything is okay, and she can be happy. And while this is a dream, it could be said that this may be considered canon to Edgerunners, as you could just chalk this up to being a dream. And yeah, I think it could be considered. I mean, yeah, it's just a dream, so while she was on the moon, she just had this nice little moment in her head. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But if we see Lucy in Season 2 of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and she's clearly happy and living her life, then maybe all she needed was a little trip to Wuthering Waves. So, throughout the story, we see little interactions with Lucy and Rebecca. Not just with the Rover, but we actually see Rebecca hanging out with Sigrika and Linnea, and her fellow classmates. And it's really nice to see everyone having fun and just having some time to enjoy themselves before going back to saving Star Torch from being affected. I mean, we even had the Arasaka soldiers and Adam Smasher. And while the Rover was off fighting, it is good to see everyone at the Academy also contributing to saving Star Torch, while they fight the Tacit Discords. Now, while I did talk about the Night City, I did not talk about the amount of detail and places you could go. Not just the market and the moon, but the fact you can actually go to Lucy and David's apartment, and the amount of detail that they have is amazing. And there was a moment on the roof of the building looking out to the scenery of Night City, and I was wondering what I could say about it, but I think I said it best in that moment. Appreciate the models. Again, this is what I mean. Again, I did play the Honkai Star Rail Fate Holy Grail collab event. Myself and many people included did say it felt like they were reusing assets a lot. Like, it felt a bit lazy. Like, I love Honkai Star Rail. It did feel a bit lazy when it came to, oh, is this England? It's like everyone memed on it. Like, is this England? No, it's literally Amphorius. It's literally where Finon lives. Like, everyone memed on it. It was very obvious. They just reused assets. I'm hoping this being successful, it makes other companies go, you know what? Let's make some new assets when we do a collab. Let's put in a bit of effort. Because this should be the standard now. For like, when you do a collab. Yeah, they even got like the motorway. Like, seriously, like little attention to details like that. Like actual working traffic and actual working rail system. This is a background, yeah. Yeah. It's... Yeah, I'm going to come back here every now and then. The fact that we can come back here even after the collab is over is a wonderful thing. This is such a wonderful spot to, like, just relax. Again, if you do play the game, you're in for a wonderful time. If you are thinking about it, please do. Again, I'm gonna give my full review once it's over, but yeah. Please do. This game is worth it. And hey, you get a free Rebecca. But hey, you know there are other companies that have done collabs. I mean, look at Fate collab with Honkai Star Rail. That was just as good, right? 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 But seeing how this update isn't just story content, but also has characters, let's do just that and talk about the two attainable characters, Lucy and Rebecca. First off, let's talk about best girl, Rebecca. Rebecca is such a powerhouse with her two guns, as you can swap between a pistol and a shotgun. And, each applies certain qualities in battle. And the movability with her is so fluid and fun to do, as she can even do like a tactical dodge and shoot at the same time and go all John Woo on the enemies. And her resonance liberation is just pure art, as she brings out her gorilla arms and goes full guns a-blazing on whoever has the misfortune to fight her. And in a sense of irony, her best echo is indeed actually Adam Smasher, but hey, now she can be one in full control, and order them to do whatever she needs to do. And even when she's not in battle, she actually contributes to the fight by leaving out her turret, so when you bring out your comrade, you can do some additional damage thanks to Rebecca. All in all, I am very happy with how she was handled all the way. She plays amazing. Also, the fact she's free for anyone that plays this. It's such a nice bonus. So thanks for that. And also, thanks Kuro for allowing me to get head to S6 much easier for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. My Asterites thank you for that as well. So thank you. Next, let's talk about the hacker Edgerunner herself, Lucy. Lucy is very different to how Rebecca plays, and utilizes her main damage output coming from heavy attacks to really do the best when it comes to how she plays. Her hacking abilities look nice, and as always, fun to see when you pull them off. Her resonance liberation is really, really cool, and it looks and feels even better than even in Guilty Gear Strive, as you can select which debuffs you give your enemies, including them fighting each other, which is quite nice. And while I won't go fully in depth with her, or even with Rebecca, as there are much better channels out there that dedicate themselves to this type of stuff, including telling you which are the best loadouts and whatnot, I will say, definitely at least knowing what type of skills to use with these two needs to be known, so you're utilizing them to the best of their skills. And I know people were disappointed that you couldn't get David, but with what's come out about why that was the case, it makes sense and it is respectful to the character itself. I feel another thing we actually must talk about is the music, because they not only have the music from Cyberpunk Edgerunners, but they know how to properly use it. From hearing Adam Smash's boss theme to the amazing To Hold You on the Moon. And of course, to hearing that heart-wrenching and beautiful I Really Want to Stay at Your House. Which, by the way, Kuro, having that song play every time you summon for Lucy made my heart cry, so thanks for that. Glad I had plenty of tissues left over from the story for that. So, as you can see, I really enjoyed this. It made me excited for what else Kuro Games has in store for us. As I'm sure from the amount of positive reception that this collab's getting, I'm sure if they're not reaching out to other IP studios, they will definitely have people reaching out to them. But since we are talking about that, let's actually have some reactions that have been going around. Let's see what people are saying about this game.
What? Oh, she was cinematic. The music.
They pulled me out of where I've been and held me young.
Okay.
Find out where you are. Now I will be alone. I'm not afraid anymore.
Oh my god, yes, the Gruka Mornier. Oh, you got everyone fighting.
Oh my god, these cutscenes are gorgeous. Wow. Oh, they summoned David.
Come here I come. Now I will be.
dream.
Stop! We know!
Time for you to wake up.
But I still have so much to tell you.
I know. Me too.
Oh, God.
But you don't need to hear the words of a ghost. Not anymore. Thank you, Lucy.
Learn to move on and let go of her regrets and stuff. Oh, that's right. I wonder if Lucilla used her forte. That'd be cool. I really hope it's a nice picture. I want to see the picture. Goodbye, Lucy. Have a safe trip. This is canon? I know, people keep telling you that. Oh! Oh! That's two of them! No, they pushed her forward! Oh my god, I'm gonna cry again! I hate this game! My babies! I literally just stopped crying, bro! I literally just stopped crying! What the fuck? This is awful! Oh my god. They've played this song several times, bro. Bye, Lucy. Bye, Lucy. Goodbye, Lucy. Man. Oh my god.
Did I fall asleep?
Oh man.
Heard you breathing peacefully over the hollow.
Missy!
You sound different now.
Oh, Lucy.
Feeling any better?
Yeah, this acid mark's not there anymore.
Yeah. I think I had a dream.
Oh, a dream.
A dream?
Oh, her place. Her place in the moon. No, she doesn't remember.
It's kind of fuzzy.
Aww. But her soul will remember, right?
But it was a good dream.
No.
That I know.
Oh, Lucy. Yeah, she's living in the moon now. Goodbye, Lucy. Bye. I'm so sad. Glad we all had the same experience of crying, tears dry. Yeah, literally. Okay, what's the picture? What's the photo? I want to see. Oh my god, with David! With David! Oh my god. Bro, I'm gonna cry again. I hate this game.
Wow. They seem to like it a lot, just as much as me. Ah, but I hear some of you in the comments saying,
"Oh, but Vincent, those are fellow wooer players. What about non-wooer players? What are they saying about this collab and the game itself in general? Do they like it as much?"
Well, that's a very good point, actually. Well then, let's look and see what non-Woowa players are talking about and see how they feel about the game.
But I did expect more.
Put as many as you want in me.
The pull tabs. Oh, fuck no. Wait, this... Yeah. Oh my god. I'm actually disappointed that there's this button right here. I'm actually pissed off that there's that button. Get that off my screen. I'm not skipping.
Like, did Rafael Jackie like work on this? Because like, there's a small moment in there where in a typical anime they'd kind of just spell it out for you, and I really liked that it wasn't outwardly like Lucy didn't outwardly say what happened to Becca. It was done through like character acting and character action, and you don't normally see that, especially in like gacha game storytelling. Number one, mostly because the character models and character acting isn't good enough to convey that kind of subtle emotions. And it's normally something, you know, I'm normally used to in anime seeing like having this moment to be like, sorry to say, Becca, you didn't make it, or you died, or something like that. Something that has to be like said out. But it was just the emotions were just shown, and I really liked that what was communicated was not exactly what was said. You know, it's this extra layer of storytelling that you don't normally see in a lot of gacha games, or even like a lot of anime. There's a lot of it's the subtext in it. Really appreciate that.
Well, yeah, they seem to like it as well, just as much as the rest of us actually. And some have actually gone back to the previous story as they've enjoyed this game and want to continue enjoying what this story has in store for them. So that's all I really have to say about this game. I mean, was there any negatives to this collab? Well, many people were complaining about the fact that the collab had its own in-game currency. That was separate from the normal currency you would summon for characters. So some people didn't have any asteroids to summon for the characters and their weapons. Thankfully, as someone who does play Punishing Grey Raven and was there for the Devil May Cry 5 collab, I was aware that Kuro does this. It does suck, but hopefully in the future, Kuro will remind people to not convert your asteroid straight away if you're planning to summon for a future collab. But hey, if they don't, I will. Anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, as I don't normally do these type of videos, but I felt so much happiness and joy playing this, and I've actually wanted to talk about Wuthering Waves for so long, so it kind of felt like a two birds, one stone sort of situation. So if you're thinking about playing this game, or just up for this update, please give it a try. I mean, hey, you get a free Rebecca just for logging in, and you get to enjoy an amazing story and have a wonderful time. Also, I want to say thank you, and I mean a big thank you, to not just Kuro Games, but to also CD Projekt Red for this amazing collab. I cannot wait to see what Kuro Games does with their next collab, and what surprise they have in store for us. So, thank you once again, guys. I hope to see you in the next video, and be safe, be happy, don't let anybody make you afraid.